Everybody sleep. That's right. Hold on, I'm moving outside. Give me a second, alright? Good morning. Alright, y'all can hear me now. People in their sleep. Yeah, I hope so. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm walking outside here. See, I'm still here. This is the shelter. All the stuff they check you for and all that shit. This is like our room. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. It's pretty cool here though. I don't have any problems there. Hold on 1 second. Outside. Alright. So I wanted to go live real quick. I just wanted to talk about it. I never show you guys the town here, so this is the town. I know, well, y'all can see that, but it's like very small. Hold on, let me show you the other side. That's the other side of the town right here. I know, well, you guys can see that. I'm gonna come out here and smoke a cigarette real quick. Let me see if I can connect to the internet. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. Stay on here. I might disconnect it and I'll lose you guys. So, what's going on, guys? Top of the morning to you. Sorry I couldn't do that. I was inside. I'm still here at the homeless shelter. Yeah, I know guys on my side and all that. Yeah, it's too early to be gossiping. So, and that's what I wanted to get into, right? Listen, hey, Miss Tip, what's going on? Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I've been having a couple threatening calls, threatening messages. This motherfucker King Dwayne 55. Nobody wants you around. What happened, homie? Hope things work out for you in Philadelphia. No drugs involved. Who the fuck said I was going to Philadelphia? This nigga is really, this King Dwayne dude, right? I think he wants a boyfriend. This nigga literally left me 3 messages at 3 o'clock in the morning. Talking about, where's your family? Where's your... And I explained that shit already online. I done talked about that. Nigga, you a loser. Either you like boys, one of the two. You know what I'm saying? Then there's other motherfuckers. Like their whole history of life has revolved around living with a woman. That's motherfuckers I don't like to be commenting. Nigga, if you live in Brooklyn, I know Brooklyn. And most of the motherfuckers that live in Brooklyn live with their girl, auntie, sister, cousin, something. And the Bronx is the same way. So that should be killing me when I see these niggas on there. Well, I'm a real man. What you do? I work a Subway, nigga. Niggas be killing me. Excuse me, y'all. Like I said, I'm just waking up. Let me tell you something. I put up a post in the community section, and the average apartment in Connecticut right now is between $950 to $1,200, $1,300 if you want an extreme 1-bedroom. If you want something in the middle and you're not ducking shots, then you're gonna need to be somewhere around that age about. 1100. Exactly. If you don't have anything, I don't have no. You don't have family. Hold me. Stay begging. Stop begging. What I'm trying to figure out is, nigga, you like boys or something? Like, why are you here? This nigga want a date. Let's get him up out of here. Yeah, let's put this guy up out of here. Bye, King Dwayne. Bye bye. King Dwayne, I ain't got time for people like that. Niggas like that are losers. Because we really decipher King Dwayne. He's gone now. I just blocked his ass. He'll probably make another fake profile and come back. That's probably somebody either Puff sent or either just bored. You know what I mean? I responded to him a couple times and I was just like, you know what? He didn't get the message. Homie, if you on another man's page at 5 o'clock in the morning and you leaving negative comments, that's because you seen something there that you don't like. That nigga didn't like the fact that I had a GoFundMe up. But the reason he didn't like it is because he lived with his girl or his mama. And I'm trying to tell you, a lot of these motherfuckers live with their girl or their mama and be putting out this projection like they men and they not men. I'm trying to tell you, these dudes are not men. They suckers. Let me tell you a little story real quick. I'll make it as quick as possible about the duration of the cigarette. But y'all should stick and listen to this. Thank you, Miss Tip. That's my girl right there. I know Brick City. That's a sucker. I know Jersey. You know, a nigga. If I was in that nigga's face, he wouldn't say half that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I have it on me. You know what I mean? Trust me, I have it on me just in case he say something funny. So I can pop his fucking kneecap. You know what I'm saying? Point I'm getting at is these pussy ass niggas that be online and shit and be talking the most shit be niggas that live with their girl. Now, ladies, I want y'all to particularly vouch for me on this one. I want all the ladies. Ladies, how many of you got a girlfriend that then had the same nigga laying up on her motherfucking bed, eat up the kids' cereal, don't contribute to the house? Don't contribute to the house. Thank you, Brick City. That's my nigga. Don't contribute to the house. Don't eat, you know what I'm saying? Just lay up, play PlayStation all day. Don't really do nothing. Don't go out, try to do nothing. But got this little minimum wage job that he got. And he think by himself he could afford an apartment. Let me break you up to something. There are niggas in New York right now. Minimum wage went up to $15 an hour back in January in New York. And there's niggas in New York right now still struggling. I've mentioned to you guys a million times about the economic hardships that New York is having because most of the businesses are not open right now. You understand what I'm saying? Most of the businesses are closing down. They're leaving. You go up Fifth Avenue, which I'm going to show y'all when I go back. And you're going to see all those businesses are closed too. So now you got people that work at McDonald's because McDonald's is open. People that work at Dollar Tree, no disrespect to them. But you got some of these people within these establishments hopping online and talking the most shit. But when you really dig down deep into reality about who they are, you see something different. What you end up seeing is you see a motherfucker that has lived with his girl for the past 15, 20 years. You see niggas that don't have no rental history. Now, me personally, I'm gonna tell y'all take a walk with me. Me personally, I've had 3 apartments in my whole entire life. Each one of those apartments I stayed at for durations of time. Yeah, pretty much that's what I think they are too. Hired ass motherfucking buster motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And some of them are from my ex-members of my team. Them niggas hate me. I just talked to my ex-boss yesterday because yesterday was his birthday. I actually threw up a post for him in the community section. And the funny thing about it was this. He had told me, yo, I know motherfuckers. See, me and him are friends still. He's supposed to be my friend. He had told me that niggas was coming at me. He said, I know how people come at me. I always want to put up the screenshot that I took, but I'm not because I don't want to embarrass him. I don't want to expose him. But shout out to my ex-boss, and I'm not talking about Puff. The funny thing is, man, these niggas be living with their moms, their girls currently, and be online talking the most. Now, I know a lot of guys ain't gonna get what I'm saying, because maybe you in that situation, but a lot of girls on this channel know what I'm talking about. There's a nigga right now that been sitting up, laying up under a chick's house. God has a bigger plan, they need help. Yeah, there's something wrong with them, I ain't worried about it. You know what I mean? But my shit is up because I know how much it costs. You know what I mean? I know how much rent and deposit and all that costs because I had my own apartments before. My ex-girl used to live with me. I ain't live with her. I moved her into my crib. And I'm not even a couple blocks from where she used to live at when she was born and raised at. You understand what I'm saying? So let's get something clear. I done had 3 apartments. Each apartment I lived in, not one of the landlords had a problem with me. In fact, the last landlord I had was willing to make adjustments just so I would stay because he preferred that I stay. Shout out to Joe. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you'd like to contact him, his name is Joe Winuck. He lives in Rhode Island, Cranston, Rhode Island. You can look him up. I'm pretty sure you can do a little search and ask him if I paid my rent every month. Ask him if I had loud parties. Ask him about my ex that used to live with me. And make more so importantly, ask him if that my apartment or somebody else's apartment. See, niggas that live in Brooklyn, niggas that live in the Bronx, they all do the same walk. Motherfucker will buy a brand new car, but they ain't got an apartment to stay in. Motherfucker will turn around, brag with his homeboy, smoke weed all day and everything else. But worried if his girl gonna get mad at him when he get in because he been out too long. Worried his girl gonna be mad at him because he went to the club tonight. Mad at him because his girl don't feel the fucking passion that you got enough to buy a bottle, but you ain't got enough to go to the grocery store and put some groceries in the refrigerator. You gotta break these niggas down. Oh, I get it to the cusp of a nigga. Because some of these niggas are fraud. You talking about somebody online begging. Nigga, I'm trying to save my life. And more importantly, I don't want to be in a fucking homeless shelter for a moment more than I have to. Now, if you feel that I should suffer, a lot of black people feel that. I suffer, so you gotta suffer too. Plantation talk, you know? I think I'm from a native from plantation talk. Because niggas like that, they be ashamed motherfuckers be like, look here, Mouse, they running again. They running again, Mouse. It's the mentality of niggas like that. It's hard right now in America. If you any nigga that ever rented your own apartment, you know you gotta pay first, last, and security. Alright, that's 3. I found the cheapest place I could find in Brooklyn. And I'm not interested in moving back to New York, but the nigga that was commenting, he was from Brooklyn. So I found the cheapest place in Brooklyn. And he said, $7,000 is a lot of money, homie. I don't know, nigga. You know. Remember Stink Meaner from motherfucking Boondocks? What you mean, nigga? What you mean you need 7,000, nigga? That's a hey, good morning, Annette. This is the mentality of niggas like that. We talking about niggas that live with their girl but pretend like they somebody. You know what I'm saying? Online. But they ain't got no rental history. These niggas don't be having no rental history. I'm trying to tell you. Now, you talking about men that are 35 years old and over. New York is one of the top 3 expensive cities in the world. Exactly, sir. You know that, but motherfuckers ain't never been nowhere, or they live with their girl, don't know that. You understand what I'm saying? See, Section 8 paying that rent. HUD paying that rent. NYCHA is giving you a little cut. Vouchers are paying their rent. This is the reality of most minorities in New York City. So when I hear this shit, when motherfuckers say, yo, 7G's a lot of money, be asking. I found the cheapest apartment I could find in Brooklyn, which I put in the community section. Y'all can click that. Y'all can click the article to it. There'll be more apartments there. You'll see they go for $2,000, $3,000, whatever. Now, they're not letting you move in there with 1 month's rent, homie. You have to pay security. You have to pay first month's rent, last month's rent, and then I need, me personally, because I lost all my shit, so I need sofa, bed, all that, TV, all that shit. It's about $7 grand. That's a low ball figure. That's a low ball figure. If you really wanted to get correct, it's really like 8 to 10. You know what I'm saying? To really get right, but I'm being humble. You know what I'm saying? But what I can't take and I won't tolerate is a motherfucker coming on here where I look at their pictures and I can see apparently, he was dumb. He got the same name on his YouTube that he got on the social media. So I was able to look him up quick. I look at the picture and I'm like, this is the goofy motherfucker talking to me? Nigga, you live with your girl. You live with your girl, homie. Come on. And I know everybody's got their own situations and shit like that. Am I from NY? Nah, I was living in NY and then I moved out of NY and I moved back up here to what's the name, Connecticut. New York is just like terrible now. It's trash. New York is the most trash city you could think of right now. There's nothing going on there. It's not popping. It's just trash. But don't talk to me if you live with your girl, nigga. If you ain't got no rental history, nigga, don't comment. You understand what I'm saying? Because evidently you do not understand the dynamic of renting an apartment. Or you do not understand the dynamic of what apartments are costing right now. You know what I'm saying? I had a motherfucker, I went on his page, I blocked him, I forgot what his name was. Let me see what his name is again. I just want to make sure. So I don't say nothing wrong to him. Where's that pump motherfucker. King Dwayne 55 King. That ain't no king. And you gotta watch these niggas be calling themselves king. A lot of these niggas that have that king shit in their title, they be suckers. Then on top there's utilities, food, insurance. Man, Con Edison will set you back $1,000. Trust me, when I used to rent my room, the homegirl I used to rent my room from, Dominican girl, her light bill, I had to help her on her light bill 2-3 times because I was going to cut the shit off. On top of giving her, you know what I'm saying, the bread that I give her. It's crazy. It's crazy. Ask her that. She'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? I've never been a sucker. That's one thing I got good for me. People in the street, they know I ain't no sucker. And I'm not talking about no sucker on some fighting shit, I'll shoot you, whatever. I'm talking about some sucker shit like I'm not a liar. I'm talking about biggest qualities. Never lie. See, when you lie, excuse me, when you tell lies, you got to keep that shit up. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard because sometimes you forget your lies. This is from good morning. Have a good day. Thank you, Jacqueline. Mark Bars, he know what he talking about. And I don't even really think that nigga was from Brooklyn because, nigga, if you was from Brooklyn, you wouldn't even have raised that question. But trust me when I tell you, there's a lot of motherfuckers in Brooklyn, in the Bronx especially, them two boroughs specifically, that live with their girl, been living with their girl for years in some cases, and ain't one time thought, yo, let me get my girl to fuck up out the projects. Let me get my girl to fuck up out this violent ass neighborhood. Let me get my girl into a better situation where she can flourish. Let me get my girl somewhere where her and kids ain't got to worry about getting shot at. You understand what I'm saying? I am Miss Tip. I'm just outside. See this building right behind me? That's actually the shelter. Great day. Where are you? What do you need? Right now, I'm just doing, I got my GoFundMe links up. I'm answering Shaniqua 369. Thank you for asking, sister. I'm trying to get back into my own apartment. So I need first month, second month of security. Staying in this shelter thing ain't cool because in another month or two, it's going to fill up. It's already filling up now because it's getting winter. I'm in Connecticut. I'm right next door to New York. So it's like right now, it's a problem because nobody right now in New York, I'm sorry, I had a message come up. Nobody in New York right now is really thriving. You know what I'm saying? Like the businesses are shut down, the jobs are scarce. You can't, listen, even if you made $18 an hour, you can't afford an apartment in New York. You understand what I'm saying? And out here, it's even worse because the jobs are even more scarce. Like, I'm going to take y'all a little tour right here. Y'all see this? This is a very small town. I never show y'all the town here, so I'm going to show y'all a little bit more. Here, I'm going to go over here. Let y'all see where I'm at, because I never let y'all see where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like fully, I'm always got some background or whatever. But you see how quiet it is out here? Look at that. There's not a car coming down the road. And this is the way it is probably 24 hours a day. That's why I be talking about I be so fucking bored and scary and shit like that. There's nothing going on out here. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I need to leave here. I'm not interested in having an apartment here. I'm interested in leaving the state because I know what it's going to be. See, I'm going to fuck around, get into an apartment out here, and not have a job adequate enough to pay for it. Even my counselor has talked about that. You know what I'm saying? Good woman. Very good woman. You know what I mean? Shout out to her. But I'm not going to say her name, but she's a Latina sister, very good at what she does, and she tries her best to help us. She goes out of her way and puts up apartments and stuff like that. And even the apartments she puts up, I can even show you, they're not even here. They're in other towns. You know what I'm saying? Which will put you even further out. Now, there's 2 or 3 people that usually come to my channel that know Connecticut and know what I'm talking about. Thank you very much. So the things I need is that. Desiree Dickerson just said, I just said, Desiree, see, this is what I mean. You're not listening. Listen, I'm not in New York. I don't want to return back to New York. I left New York and came back to Connecticut. I said that on the top of this, Desiree. I hope you got it now. Open your ears. Sending you love. Thank you. Hey, Steph, speaking of the BX, Steph, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is somebody I actually know right here in real life. Are you even looking for a job where you are? I already answered that question. Stop asking me stupid questions. If 1,000 people give up $1, your goal will be met. Come on, people, if you're looking. Yeah, let's get 1998 out of here, because you seem like a fake profile too. Jacqueline Hackett, LOL, Shaniqua. No problem, Shaniqua. But yeah, that's all that I'm doing. Thank you for who deleted that message.
I don't. D for Brooklyn, another bum from Brooklyn. You live with your girl too? Oh, you made a fake profile again. This is D for Brooklyn. I don't support you either, D for Brooklyn. And D for Brooklyn, what's your rental history? Write that down. What is your rental history? I want to know your rental history and get addresses and make sure it's in your name, not your girl. And I also want you to write in here what's the going price for an apartment right now in Brooklyn. Come on, D from Brooklyn. You have so much to say. You own a home in Brooklyn, do you? Where do you own a home at in Brooklyn? I don't believe you. Where do you own a home in Brooklyn? Where? The going price for a home even under the pandemic right now, you're putting down at least I'm gonna say 15 to 20 grand for something that's around about $75,000. That ain't a home. That means you bought an apartment. Nigga, you live in Jersey. You said D from Brooklyn. You live in Jersey? Where you live in Jersey? You live in South Jersey. If you own a home, you know why, D? Because you couldn't afford a home, just like I said in Brooklyn. Nobody can afford a home in Brooklyn. So stop it. Shaniqua 369 on talking about BK apartments are more expensive than anything because they've been gentrified. Who, if you really live in Brooklyn, you know about the gentrification that went on there. So stop it. I'm a woman that work for the shelter. I don't. You're telling a lie, and I'm getting you the fuck up out of here because first of all, you wrote I don't support bums. I'm in a homeless shelter right behind me, and then you turn it around and say I'm a woman that works for the homeless shelter. Anybody that work for a homeless shelter wouldn't even say no shit like that. So whatever homeless shelter you do work at, you are useless. They shouldn't even fucking have you there. Matter of fact, which homeless shelter do you live in so I can write them and tell them the shit you say online, you piece of shit? No, don't make me look you up and air you out. That's more like it. Don't let me look you up and air you out because you told two lies so far. First you said you own a home in Brooklyn, then you live in Jersey. Now you turn around and you said you work the homeless shelter in Jersey. And then you want to air people out and all this. You can't air shit out about me because everything I'm telling is the truth. Nothing nice. Get the fuck about it. Exactly. That's what I said. Could never, bro. Oh yeah, you work for the home. You call the people that you work at the homeless shelter bums too. I'm sure your job would love to know that. See, this is what I mean, y'all. These are the people that get online and they pretend. These are the black people that never had a moment in their life, ever in their life, to shine, except for right now during a wild pandemic. These are black people that nobody would ever even pay attention to. You understand what I'm saying? And you're on here begging profusely. First of all, let me get that out the way. Yeah, let's get those out the way. Some people have nothing better to do. It is what time in the morning? It is 8:17 in the morning. This is what motherfuckers do. D from Brooklyn, you're out of here. And you're a loser. Anyway, long story short, people like D from Brooklyn are liars. And that's what most of the black people and Latinos are doing right now is trying to. Exactly. You the bub. I own a home. My bank account. And blah, 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 blah. You so good. You got so much going on. It shouldn't be a problem. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you so much, Annette, for putting that out there. I have never said anything like that. I say what I say. I put up the links. I tell y'all at the end of the video. Sometimes I don't even put up the links. You understand what I'm saying? Like literally. Pretty much. Good morning, Mary. How you doing? And thank you, Annette, for putting that out there. And Stephanie, you already know. Like, this shit is funny to me. But that shit right there, that don't bother me. I'm out here at CT. I just want y'all to see. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of them. But the thing is, this is the funny thing. They don't go, and I just want to tap on this real quick. You never see these motherfuckers talk that shit to white people. They only come after people of color. They only, if you pay attention to them, you will never see none of these comments on a white blog. I'm a vlogger, all right? That's what I do. I'm a vlogger. This is what I do right now. I explained earlier this week. I got a call back from a job. I'm very excited about that. I'm waiting to hear back from them again. You know what I'm saying? Because holiday season is starting. But I'll just say like this, and you know, and I want to make this quick. The bottom line here is, and the problem is, you have black people and Spanish people all over my channel, and there's very few of them. Like I said, it's like 3%. The majority, 97% of y'all positive and saying, I appreciate every last one of y'all. But the problem is, A lot of these motherfuckers that jump on here, they're liars. They do anything to try to make themselves look good. They do anything to try to get some of my followers to drag over to them. I'm headed to 6,000 followers by the day after tomorrow, probably. And the channel is just growing. The views are growing. They want that momentum for themselves. And then when I go to their pages, I noticed that they had, like, one guy had a page up for a year and only had 3 followers. And he had material up. And I said, because you're saying shit that nobody wants to hear. Nobody resonates with. That's why nobody wants to hear it. And these are the typical procedures of people like that. That's what they do. They have nothing better to do. So, like I said, how come you don't go to far right wingers pages and talk that shit? How come you don't go to Breitbart and ask them why they're taking donations? Why don't you go to numerous different websites and YouTube pages that are far right wingers, KKK members, or whatever? Go over there and talk that shit. Oh, I know you why you won't, because you scared. And that's the problem. There are a lot of men of color and women of color that shuck and duck and motherfucking act like plantation help and try to keep the niggas in line. See, that's the job. Keep the niggas in line. That's all I was trying to ask. Get paid from YouTube. At least you're using your voice. So you got that manic voice, I see. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, Jamie? That's all I was trying to ask you. Get paid from YouTube. Okay, and I explained that in the video too. And I'll explain that to you again. I cannot monetize my videos because I've cursed in previous videos or whatever. So thank you very much, Jamie. I've cursed in many of my videos, so they won't allow it. I try to add the AdSense thing, and they refuse me. You understand what I'm saying? So literally, I'm throwing up content for free. I mean, the views is cool and everything like that, and I love you guys too. But I'm just saying, I'm throwing up content for free. You understand what I'm saying? So if I'm taking my time to do that, you know what I'm saying? Like other bloggers that are white, Latino, all kinds of different colors and shades, they're able to do that, but they only attack people that actually have the most views. That's the point. So I learned to, get along with that or whatever. It's just some of the shit motherfuckers be saying. I just be like, you don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? Now, my one girl on here, Steph, she knows me in real life. Shout out BX. Love you. You know what I'm saying? And she knows the type of pussy I am. And she know that straight up, I ain't no con. Let me tell you something. My homegirl sent me some... My homegirl said, I know, but I want to keep it a buck. My homegirl sent me some money or whatever, and I sent that shit right back to her because I love her grandbabies. You understand what I'm saying? And I would never take it down for her if I didn't have to. You understand what I'm saying? I sent that shit right back to her. She sent it something me in Cash App, and I sent that shit right back to her. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my girl, and I love homegirl. She didn't have no other house to eat. When I ain't had nowhere to run and I was tired, she let me come through. You know what I'm saying? Me and my man's introduced me to her years ago, but she's always been my homegirl. So shout out to Stephanie. Love you, Miss Rogers. You know what I mean? Salute. Now, moving on. Ain't nobody on here putting... What's going on, baby? All right? Ain't nobody on here doing no wild shit. Everybody on here just talking, just motivating, and trying to get people to listen to one story. You want me to talk about Puff, you want me to talk about this, you want me to talk about that or whatever. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? But throw something in there if you do. I ain't beg nobody. I ain't say, please give me a donate. I throw my link up. Every other blogger do it, so why can't I do it? You know what I'm saying? And if you're trying to control that, you ain't no more than slave help. You no more than plantation help. You help out white supremacy. You call yourself a king or a queen, but in reality, you're not. You're just trying to show off for whites. That's it. I cry when my elders try and give me money. I don't take it if I don't need it. Exactly. I'm not gonna take from people that I know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they in dire need themselves. You know what I'm saying? But for those niggas that claim they getting so much money, I think you're a fraud. I think you're false. I think you're fronting. I think you're lying. You know what I'm saying? My man, he just walked past the I just heard say hello to me, and I said, what up to him? I just asked him for a gig the other day. I went down there, he couldn't get it for me because of pure simple reason the seasons are changing. Ain't nobody on the boat. My man work at the boat on the docks and shit. That's a good job too, you know? But the seasons are changing. It is fucking November. It's not August. It's not fucking what's the name of any of that. What's going on? What's going on? All right, W, what's going on, W? You're a kind person. I love to have you on my team. You're witty, knowledgeable, straight to the point. Do you have an email for business contacts? I do, and I'm going to put that up soon. But right now, I wanna pan out who's who. You know what I'm saying? Because I had somebody else, and I gave them my email address, and they flipped the script on me. They was like, I was trying to be nice to the dude. I ain't even asking for nothing. I was giving him free advice on how to grow his channel. I've been around everybody, especially right before this shit started. Like I mentioned before, I was part of my ex-boss's podcast, Sean Press. Shout out to him, give him a shout. Make sure you go check out Power Moves Makers on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? He interviews everybody. He just recently had Master P. He interviewed him. While I was there, we did DJ Envy, we did Tuma Basa from YouTube. One of the big YouTube needs to monetize you anyway. She held all the curses. You do a motherfucker every now and then. I know, right? I don't even curse that much, Mary. That's what I'm saying. But they won't monetize it. It's what it is. So they sent me a little message in YouTube Studio. I downloaded YouTube Studio because I had to turn back on the comments because the first time I went live, I guess I said it somewhere and it just didn't work right. So, but yeah, man, there's a whole bunch of guys up here with me. I ain't gonna put their faces on camera, nothing like that. But they've been waiting. Some of these guys been here 3-4 months, and it's not the shelters war, it's the landlords. See, the problem that they had was a lot of landlords, I guess before I got back here, I'm assuming, had rented out previously to a lot of people, and that's one of the videos I had up. I'm gonna link it in here. And what happened was, it feels slightly shameful taking money when you know in your heart you're able and willing, but just can't catch a break, and you proceed as a man without a plan. Almost hurts a bit. It don't hurt me at all. I don't be getting the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you something. I come from the music industry. I can give a fuck what you got to think about me. I really do. Like, that mentality, that's one thing I've left from the mentality. You know what I'm saying? I really don't give a fuck what you think. I tell you this much. Check this out, bitch. When I get back home, understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure the effort to come after whoever's talking shit. I already did that anyway. I flag your channel, all that shit. You talk shit to me too heavy. You can talk a little shit, but don't talk too much shit. Like asking me about my family, that's personal, nigga. If you want to know where my family don't fuck with me because of my career decisions. That's the last time I'm gonna answer that. My family don't fuck with me because of my career decisions. My family is a bunch of like pseudo Christians, if you want to say, for pseudo Christians, and we don't match. I haven't talked to them for years. Even before this, I hadn't been talking to them. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk to me. Every now and then they'll say hello. I went to online. They didn't have a church. I went to online, and I knew that my family would be there. You know what I'm saying? And so, and yeah, if you guys want to donate, you can. It's Stringabell80 at Cash App. And if you don't find it there, just go to one of the videos. Just press my icon. Hit the what's the name, go to the videos, and you'll see a link in the description box or the pinned comments on any of my older videos. These videos, they take a little bit of time to process and shit like that. But so you know, it's a minute before it's up, and I can't edit it or anything like that. But if you want to, Stringerbell80, STRINGERBELL80. You can go check that, and Cash App's in that, STRINGERBELL80. All right, Stringerbell80 at Cash App. It's a Stringerbell, the character from The Wire. That's who I motto myself after naturally. But let me tell you this. It's a thank you. See, Miss Tip, my homegirl right there. Your husband lucky as hell, lady. Tell him I said shout to him. Sound like a good man. You know what I'm saying? He picked the winner. That's what Miss Tip is doing right there. That's what motherfuckers should be doing for the culture right there. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Not that hating shit. Not that fucking, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they go a nigga trying to come up. Let me get that nigga. Nigga, go get a job, nigga. 335,000 people filed for unemployment this week as of Friday. What are you talking about? You work at McDonald's and you live with your girl. You work at McDonald's and you live with your mama in her house that's paid for in the basement. You claim at first you live in Brooklyn, then it turned to Jersey, then it turned that you work for the homeless center, but you're calling people bums. That makes sense. Because Jersey has got one of the hardest hit fucking homeless. But go look up the homeless count in New Jersey, in Newark, New Jersey. I implore you to. Go up and look that up. Go look up the homeless count in fucking New York, and go look up the homeless count here in Connecticut. I assure you, you will be surprised at what's going on here. It's not enough jobs. The jobs they do have are not going to pay your bills, and people will be relegated to do this kind of like Airbnb type of thing, which never existed here in Connecticut, where your people are renting rooms and shit like that. Not your personal email. I don't have a business email anymore. It was attached to Bad Boy. Sorry, Ladon, but I'll make a new one, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna relegate everybody to go there. Family didn't always have, especially if they expect you to conform to their beliefs instead. That was a fucking problem. CS got it exactly. At the time, I didn't really give a fuck. I was trying to get. Have you watched South Underbelly? You really be surprised. Yeah, I watched that actually before. I watched that several times where they do the interviews with the people from the streets in LA and shit like that. Yeah, I watched a couple of those. Those were pretty interesting. Especially I seen stuff with the teen prostitutes and things like that. That guy, he really has an angle right there with that. Um, he has to go from me up. I don't see nobody going to talk to him and tell him, you need to stop what you're doing. These are cowards. You understand what I'm saying? Cowards in the culture. If we talk about coons and all that shit, those are the first set of coons y'all need to get rid of. All right, guys. Like I say all the time, the links are in the description. Hey, BJ, what's going on, brother? The links are in the description or whatever. I got to go in here and get ready and all that stuff or whatever. But you know what? Yeah, it's blurry right now. Sorry about that. My data's gone for the month, so yeah, it's a little blurry. You know what I mean? But the links are in the description, everything like that. Guys, check them out. If you want to, don't. If you don't, that's not what this is about. But I am not monetized by YouTube, like right now. So it is what it is. All right, guys, I will be back in like an hour or two, whatever, and get back with you guys. But just to put in perspective once more again, stop talking shit on my page if you live with your girl. If you've lived with your girl for a couple of years and you've never had your own apartment before, stop talking to me. We don't belong in the same conversation. If you've never made over $50,000 to $100,000 in a year, stop talking to me. You're in the wrong conversation. You understand what I'm saying? Those are the people I've been around. So everything that you're talking to me is just like one in, out the other. You're not hurting me. You're not bothering me. In actuality, you're just making yourself look like a fucking fool. And my followers, all 6,000 of them, are basically literally just laughing at you. All right, guys, have a good day. Everybody stay safe. And more importantly than anything, love one another. Thank you, Miss Tip. Let me say everybody, Jamie, thank you. Frank Ramore's over money in Philadelphia. I heard somebody else talk about Philadelphia. It sounds real dope and everything like that, but I'm not thinking about going anywhere else cold. I don't want nowhere else cold. I want somewhere warm. Y'all get my drift. So, yeah, I just, even if it's for 6, 7 months until this whole thing pass, I'm really tired. My soul is tired. Just want to get the fuck out of the Northeast, to be quite honest with you. But if I end up getting something here, I do. If I don't, I don't. I know first things first, I need to get the fuck out of here. So, yeah, it's a little headache. But the good people, I know they mean to help, but in a lot of ways they can't, you know? I'm gonna go back inside here, show you guys what's going on here. But, yeah, some people just come to Hawaii. Hawaii's expensive. Dovey, you know what I'm talking about. That's why I like Dovey. She know what I'm talking about. That's a fact. I feel you. I'm in Chicago. Yeah, Chicago's rough, man. Chicago's real rough. Hell yeah. We got to read this buzzer before we come in. Thank you. Yeah, GA's cold, man. It is. That's a fact. GA is cold. I've been in Atlanta before. We're gonna figure it out. See, these are the problems right here. They put up every day. And this right here is the job section. We put up jobs and stuff like that. You'll find a few. This is a custodian. That looks like a good job. I'll probably fill out that. But as you can see, well, not well, you can see that. That's not here. That's in Rhode Island. If you don't know well, you can see that. It says Westerly, Rhode Island. All these, you need a car. And that's one of them. If you don't have a car here, you're not gonna get to them. At least not on time. And the buses out here, they're crazy. Like the buses out here run like every hour. So it's like it's hard to get around. You know what I mean? It's like it's real hard. So that's why usually y'all see me in the same area. It's what it is. And it's not chores we have to do and all that stuff in the morning.
It's a little bit different now, I think, because of COVID shit, but it is what it is. Thank you, Miss Tip. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go back in here, lay down for a few minutes, and then get dressed and get the hell up on out here and start my day. So I'll see you in a minute or whatever. And afternoon, make sure y'all click them links if y'all can. That's it.